after that, we go to Dallas, and then I am told that there is some behind the scenes of trying to find things to expose me.
Are you saying that I'm trying to expose you?
Yes.
In what way?
That is what I'm saying.
About what?
Why would I tell you what you're trying to expose me for, and you know?
Kimberly. Girl, what is going on? Like, this is too much, sis. Like, when I first heard that you were coming to the Real Housewives, I was not excited. I was like, oh gosh, she's gonna come with the same drama, the same issues. But then when you actually did come and the season started, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, all right, she's a breath of fresh air. I'm loving this new version of Kay. Lo and behold, the old K Michelle done jumped out and showed her true colors, and I am like, oh gosh, girl, what have we gotten ourselves into, honey? I'm not the only one who feels like this, honey, because the consensus online is Kay is doing too much. Yeah, they may be a scheme and a plot, but your reaction to it is not giving reality star veteran. It's giving newbie trying to navigate. Like, girl, it is giving mentally and emotionally unstable. Kimberly, the results are in. And Kimberly, you are the drama. Hey guys, welcome to my channel where I do weekly recaps of the Real Housewives franchise. That's right, I recap every city, every episode, every week. Today I'm here to recap the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 8. Before I get started, if you happen to like this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and make sure you hit that notification bell so YouTube can holler at you when I drop new content, alright? Now let's get into it. So we start off with a quick montage. First, we see Kelly. She's at the original location for Nana's Chicken and Waffles. And McDonough, she's over there being a boss. Then we jump over to Shamia, who's doing a movie panel. And then we jump over to Pinky and Derek, where they're with their daughter, Diella. And she's doing her ABCs. Diella, I believe, is 4 years old. So baby girl doing her ABCs, and sis done said K twice. She was like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, K. I was like, girl, all right. Y'all, please do not enroll her in any spelling bees no time soon. I'm just kidding. She only 4. So now we go back over to Nana's Chicken and Waffles where Kelly's there. She's with her mom and Nana herself, honey. Her mom name is Kara. So they're talking about the Sandy Springs location and how it's not doing too well. You know, she's saying the McDonough location is booming, but Sandy Springs not so much. So now this is where Kelly debuts her infamous t-shirt confessional where she has on a long white tee, dressing it, wearing it like it's a dress. I believe she said it was Tom Ford. But yeah, she was like, yes, it's very chic. I mean, a lot of people was getting on her for it. I thought it was original. She looks good. She looks cute, you know? But yeah, girl, a white tee. But honestly, I liked her for thinking outside the box. Sort of like Monique did her confessional with just a white background with nothing. Yeah, it's like, girl, I want to stand out. But yeah, a lot of people have something to say about it online. So then she gets to talking about her situation with her ex-husband and how they're still going through the divorce. It's costing her a lot of money. He's putting her through a lot. And, you know, it's stressing her out. She can't film with the girls. Like, you know, that's something he requested. She feels like he's trying to always have control of her, whether it's financially or saying what she can't do. So that's his way of exerting his control over her. He wants her in a position to have to depend on him. So then we find out that she is seeing somebody. This guy that she calls him Jarvis, but in confessional, they came up with that AKA Tony, because they said that sounded like somebody with a big wallet. So yeah, so she's been seeing Jarvis, AKA Tony, for 1 year. mom and Nana know him. They think he's a fine young man. She seems happy, and she says she is happy. She actually met him at a Hawks game or whatever. So yeah, all right, Kelly, look at you getting that. Hopefully he's not married. Next, we go on over to Dental Specialist of Buckhead, where we see the castings coming in. Kay, she's going to get some work done. She's getting some work done where she's going to have to get all her teeth removed. So Dr. Caston is like, I can't wait. So, I'm happy for you getting this work. And she's like, oh, I thought you were saying you can't wait to see me with no teeth in my mouth. I'm like, I don't want you to see me like that. So then they start talking about the trip, Dallas, and the drama, and how, she approached the girls because she feels like, there's some scheme and a plot. So we see that a flashback where she actually had a meet up with Phaedra and Kelly. They met up and they was talking, and she was telling Phaedra about the scheme and the plot and how she felt it was her, Portia, and Kelly. Phaedra don't know what she talking about, honey. But Kay basically said that she let Phaedra know, and Phaedra knew what it was. And she said it turns her on that Phaedra knew not to play with her. And I was like, okay, let me find out she got Phaedra under pressure. Next, we go over to our restaurant court review, and we see, I think it's court review. They didn't show the name, but I saw the little menu thing when they was sitting down, and it said review. So I'm thinking that's the name of the place. But anyway, we see Phaedra arrive, and she's meeting up with Angela, actually. They greet each other, and Phaedra says that ever since when they was in Dallas, and Angela saved her from the wild Mustang, that she could see a little friendship growing or whatever. She said now Angela's looking much more young, more youthful nowadays, okay? Now that she see her. So now Portia arrives, followed by Drew. Drew, this was cute. This little get up you had on, this was cute. This dress that looked like jeans with the belt, it was cute, all right? So yeah, so they all saying hi, complimenting each other. So they get to chatting, and they talking about Dallas now and how it was just a lot, and they're trying to recover the whole thing with Kay. Phaedra lets the girls know how she met up with Kay and Kelly, and Kay was telling her that it was a scheme and that it was Portia and Drew that was setting her up, and they looking like, huh? What is she talking about? So Portia like, wait. First of all, she really think it's me, and she was like, somebody told her. Phaedra telling them somebody told her this, and Portia is like, it's the voices in her head. So yeah, they like, I don't know, she's tripping. So Portia in her confessional was like, all this time I'm sitting here going hard trying to figure out who's trying to set my girl up, and it's me? You talk about me? Girl, yeah, it's just giving a lot. And it's funny because they played a little more. They was like, am I the drama? Because Phaedra playing with Portia like, you a bully. And Portia like, me? I'm a bully. And Drew like, am I the drama? That was a little shot at Kay, okay? So next we go over to Portia's house. And yes, I'm going to say Portia's house for the rest of the season because I know I started this season off singing Simon's house. But I'm going to say Portia's house now because she living there now. She's paying the bills, okay? She won it. She got was rightfully hers, okay? So yes, we go to Portia's house now. So she's there. We see her going to tell Pilar and Lauren's daughter Bailey that she's checking up on them, laying in the room playing. So she's like, I got a surprise for y'all coming soon. So then she goes back downstairs where her mom, Miss Diane, and her sister Lauren is there. So they're chatting and whatever. And she's telling them how a surprise coming for Pilar, because Pilar keeps saying she wants a lizard. So she's gonna have, bring these things to the house so she could see them or whatever, but she don't know about this. So yeah, they get to talking now. So they're talking about that. She's telling them about Dallas and how it was a trip for Cynthia and it was her thing, and she talk about the gala. So then they get into, she tells them Mike came, he flew out. So that's when they're like, oh, that was cute. So then they talking about Mike and, how, they're coming along. So now we find out that he couldn't reach Portia. She wasn't calling him back. So he felt the way. He said, I guess he reached out to Lauren like, what's up? Homeboy sent the mariachi band, okay? He sent a mariachi band to Portia's house. So mind you, while she outside dancing to the mariachi music, Guess who pulls up? Her baby daddy, Dennis the Menace, pulls up at the same time as the mariachi being there. So you know that was probably a fold. She ain't getting the details about how that went down, but I could tell that was a fold. Okay. So now, Lauren asked her about Sway. And she's like, Sway good. We went out the other day and I felt real comfortable around her. I really like her. I'm getting to know her and all this. So then she says Sway asked her if she was dating anybody, and she let Sway know, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm exploring or whatever. But, she basically saying that she actually feeling Sway. She feeling Mike and Sway. So Lauren is like, because I think she went to dinner with Mike or something in the movies or something. It was dinner night and movie night or something. Taco night she had with one of them. So Lauren is like, all right, movie night, taco night, which one do you choose? Basically asking her who she chooses between Mike and Sway. And Portia like, well, I don't have to choose right now. And that's the good thing. I don't have to make a choice. So on that thought, the man coming with the reptile, and the reptile he comes with is a snake. So he pulls it out, and Pilar looked like she was scared. I was like, maybe she bought that to let her say, you know what, Mom, I changed my mind. I don't want a lizard. Portia was like, why? Because the man was like, oh, she's nice, she's nice. Portia was like, well, why are you looking at me like that? Next, we go over to Surrogacy Miracle Consultant. And we've been here before because this is where Shamia's former surrogate works at, where Shamia is going now doing her new surrogacy mission. So Shamia arrives and Kelly comes to meet up with her. So, they're talking. So that's when Shamia is telling Kelly how she only has one male embryo left. And she's really worried because Simon really is hoping that this one, comes to fruition and that it develops. And, the doctor told him it's 50-50 chance, but she's really worried. She's on pins and needles about this boy that her husband wants so badly. I hate to speak on people's marriages. I'm not even speaking on their marriage as per se. As a viewer, I am sure I am not the only person who gets this, feels this. It is given, baby, if she does not produce a boy for Gerald, it's over. It's like she is really stressed out about this, really worried about it. It's given he is really wants a boy, and no is not an option. So she said they didn't even really talk about what would be the next option, if it's going to be like adoption or something like that, maybe. So yeah, she isn't, baby. Gerald, at this point, if they do have the boy, I have a feeling when she have birth, and they be like, all right, she had birth, he's gonna be like, where the baby? They're gonna be like, she's fine, she almost didn't make it, but he's gonna be like, where's the baby? Where's my son? Like, and that's not even to be funny. I don't mean to laugh. I'm trying to laugh because I'm trying to be funny and lighthearted about it, but something really gives me, like, where I want to say Shamia.
Lengthwise.
Like, really, Shamia, for real, because I'm concerned now, all right? So, yeah, so now she tells Kelly how he threw her for a loop and gagged her because he's now out of nowhere is saying how he felt uncomfortable seeing her on screen with another man. So they show a flashback of when he saw a movie she was in, and she had a love scene, I guess, in it. And she asked him, what did you think about the movie? And he said, you were good. Like, he seemed like he was okay with it. So now, all of a sudden, he coming out the blue, talk about something, yeah, I don't think I was comfortable with that. So basically, Kelly is like, so what, you gonna give up acting? And Shamia was like, pretty much like giving, that's what he's saying, asking. And I'm just like, wait a minute, Shamia, this is starting to sound like a dire situation. Get off the show, Shamia, for the sake of your show, for the sake of your family, your marriage, get off the show, because I don't want to see any more of this. I feel like, yeah, I'm seeing too much. We're like, when you're on a show like this, people are going to dissect your marriage and put it under a microscope. And baby, a lot of girls came on this show married and left divorced. So yeah, I just get off the show, Shamia, for real. So anyway, now Kelly is telling her like, girl, I don't think he would want you to give up who you are and not have something of your own and give up on your dreams like that or whatever. So now Shamia's former surrogate comes out to get them and bring them in. She even asks about Simon, like, where's Simon? He don't come see me no more. I miss him, man. Shamia's like, yeah, he don't want to be on these cameras. Shamia, get off the show, girl, please. Get off the show. He's doing this, he's letting you do this because he wants to be supportive, but he does not want you doing this, girl, okay? So yeah, and you also on here making a fool of yourself. Anyway, so now they're talking about the transfer. They're about to finish the paperwork for this next transfer, and they're going to try this again. So she's kind of worried or whatever if it don't go through. And, you know, now Kelly is saying, what would you be willing to get an egg from your sister? And Shamia said, no, she don't feel right about that because she's going to be looking at it like, look at Gerald and Glenda baby. So yeah, she says she feels weird doing that, but honestly, that would be your best option so that the baby looks like you because your sister looks like you too. And if your eggs ain't working, you know, like I feel like if you use somebody else that is not family, the baby is gonna have Gerald's sperm and look like Gerald, but not like you. Whereas if you use your sister, then it will look like you. I get how she might feel weird about that though, but honestly, like, what you running out of options there, Shamia. But I do hope this one goes through. I hope you can give him his boy for the sake of your marriage. So next we go over to Kelly's house, and she's there with her daughter Chloe, who's getting ready to leave for college. She's going right down the street, girl. To not technically down the street, but she's going right there to Spelman, honey. Okay, my son is a Morehouse man himself. So yeah, so she's giving her gift basket. I don't know if this is one she made or the one Shamia made, but this one has condoms in it as well. She asking Chloe if she know what it is. Chloe was like, yeah, girl, I don't know what a condom is. It's for penetration, girl. Like, Kelly, what is wrong with you? Why is she, well, don't they teach them kids that in school in sex ed? Anyway, so yeah. So they're talking and, you know, Chloe was like, I ain't see a new car along that list. Or something she was saying. And Kelly was like, we ain't doing all that, sis. We ain't doing all that. So she asked her, is she going to get her own restaurant? Can she have a restaurant? And Kelly was like, you trying to get some money or something? Like, so she like, all right. So now Chloe asked Kelly how's Sandy Springs doing. And that's when she tells her like, yeah, I'm stressed, girl. Basically, it's not doing the way performing the way it should. It's taking a while to, you know, turn a profit. So she's stressed out about that and everything else she got going on. So they talk about that a little bit. And now it's time for Chloe to go. And it's funny because Kelly was like, girl, we getting Uber X, honey. We on a budget, all right? I ain't mad at that. We can't do black today, baby. So next we go over to, I don't know if the name of the place is called the Speakeasy or if this was an actual speakeasy that Portia and Sway were going to, but we get a scene with Portia and Sway. They arrived, they realized where they were sitting at last time, and I believe this is where they met 10 years ago. They switched numbers 10 years ago, and then Sway said Portia just ghosted her, so she was like, I guess you had to go figure life out. Portia was like, yeah, girl, since then, a lot has happened, honey. She was like, I done had a baby, been engaged, married, divorced, okay? So Portia lets us know that when she met Sway, it was when her and Dennis had messed up, so she was doing her. But then I guess her and Dennis got back together because remember he messed up and then they reconciled. But she said that at that time she wasn't really sure if she wanted to really pursue a serious relationship with a female. She just wanted fun. So I guess she didn't want to lead Sway on. So yeah, so now they order some reposado and Sway wants to play a game where they ask a question and if you don't answer it, you got to take a shot. So yeah, so now they also order their food. Portia orders the steak and Sway gets the branzino. So they're talking and Sway's first question for Portia is, can you see yourself with a woman for the rest of your life? Portia, like, did you just propose to me? And Sway jokingly is like, where's the ring? Where's the ring? Or whatever. So they she tells Sway that she's exploring, and she's also exploring seeing another man. And Sway's like, oh, okay. So she's like, but she wants Sway to know I'm not leading you on. It's not no games. I know that you're serious, that you could really take care of me. So she's letting Sway know that she's open to it being something serious. Like, it's a possibility. So now Sway is asking her about, she asked Sway about kids because Sway wants to have a family. And Sway is like, yeah, I'm trying to lock down, like, within the next year, have a kid, lock down, and Sway wants to carry. And I was like, oh, wait, in a year? Oh, you want to do all this in a year? I could see locked down in a year, but shouldn't the kid come, like, you want to do it all within 1 year? So Portia already is looking like, I don't know, this may be too much for me, because she already was saying in her confession how and I believe she told her mom and Lauren about how Mike told her kids was a deal breaker. Like, if she ain't have no kids, that was a deal breaker. He want kids, definitely. So I can already see that Portia is looking like, yeah, I don't know about that, okay? I don't know. So now Sway asks about Dennis. She's like, do you have any baby drama? She didn't say his name, but she was like, is there any baby daddy drama? And Portia's like, no. She said, first of all, we cool. Like, when I'm single and not in a relationship, we good. It's when I get in a relationship that it's a problem. And she's like, I know by me saying that you're going to think it's something going on between me and him, but it's not at all or whatever. So Sway's like, I understand, but do you, Sway? Do you? Anyway, the final scene of the episode is Phaedra's Healing Waters event. This is her thing, she does the whole Reiki thing. So this is supposed to be like an experience for the ladies to come together to heal. She did mention this when she met up with the ladies earlier at Review with Angela, Portia, and Drew. She mentioned that she was getting all the girls together. I forgot to mention that she mentioned that. So yeah, this last scene of the episode, Phaedra's Healing Waters event, is my favorite scene of the episode.
Open the portals for love and kindness.
So Phaedra is there. She's ready for the girls. This is taking place at her house, by the way. So she's she's ready for them. She got everything set up. But we see Kay and Pinky are actually coming together. I believe Pinky came to pick Kay up, and they're gonna ride there together, and they're gonna also pick up Shamia on the way. Kay is telling Pinky how she can't get in the water because of her surgery that she had, her procedure she had. And like, she's not allowed to get in the water like that, so she won't be in the water. So back at the event, Cynthia is the first one to arrive. Then Portia arrives after her, looking scrumptious. Portia, that ass, okay? Scrumptious. This is actually an outfit she wore before, but baby, thank you for wearing it again, because yes, Cynthia was like, that ass, baby, it's not even 2 cheeks, it's just 2 asses. Like, and it's the fact, Portia got one of the best asses out there, honey, okay? I see why they be proposing. So yeah, so now, who arrives after Portia? I believe it was Drew. Yeah, Drew arrives next, and Drew was like, see, I'm on time, because I ain't want to miss nothing. So they saying, yeah, Drew, you've been getting better. You only been late a couple of times for Dallas and the gala. And Drew was like, well, remember what I went through with Kay, so I feel like that's y'all can let me slide for that one, because, they just had the whole big thing. Remember, she was late, but girl, you got there at the end, okay? Ain't that much lateness in the world, bitch. That's not late, bitch. You ain't. Cynthia said it. She said Drew wasn't late. Drew didn't come. Drew missed it, okay? So now Angela arrives. So we see Kay and Pinky, they're still on the way. And that's when Kay is telling Pinky how she was speaking to her ex. I guess this is someone she had on one of her previous reality shows. Or I don't know if he's from that show she was on, the Queen's Court. But she was dating some other guy. And they show a flashback of him and her together on the show I guess they was on. She was supposed to marry this man and all that. So she says that he told her that he fucking with Portia. And Portia was asking about her or saying basically something about her to him. Nothing negative, but basically letting him know that they was friends. And I guess Kay was calling her. And she was like, oh, look, Kay calling me, something. So Kay don't like this. She don't know why Portia is bringing her name up to him. If they fucking, and why you talking about me? And also, why wouldn't you tell me this? Like, you know, we supposed to be friends. Why you ain't telling me I'm fucking with your ex? And then she started saying how she was like how he put his bare feet up on her kitchen island. And she was like, I'm not with this. Apparently he's African. And she was like, yeah, Portia, you could have told me and I would have told you about the feet. So yeah, so she's already feeling a way about this. So Shamia's calling them like, girl, where y'all at? Come on, I don't want these girls to think I'm coming late. So they go picking Shamia up. So now back at the event, the girls then got started. Phaedra got started without them. So she's getting them set up to do, I guess, the sound bath. But they're setting up in water and like rafts in the water. So Kay and them finally arrive, but when they arrive, it's so funny because I guess Phaedra's assistant or one of the people that was working for Phaedra comes to tell her, yeah, some people are here, but they're rather late. He's like, they're rather late. So she lets them in. She ain't shaved them. She let them in. Like Kay said, Phaedra know not to play with me. So she let them in. So they come in. Everybody's, you know, setting up. And I guess some of them didn't get in the water. I know Kay didn't get in the water and Shamia didn't get in the water. Somebody else, I think it was Kelly. They was like, instead of getting in the pool, they sat like on top and just had their feet in the pool, but not their body. So Kelly arrives, actually, I meant to tell y'all, she arrived after them. She didn't come with them, but Kelly arrived. Or maybe she was with Shamia, I don't know. But Kelly did arrive. She said she was stressed out. Yeah, she came by herself, actually, because I saw her getting out the car. And she was like how she been stressed out. She wasn't even going to come, but she came anyway. You know, with everything that's going on with her ex, she got a lot going on right now. So, but she going to come show up, which is, I will give that to Kelly. Kelly does show up for people. I will say that. The one thing she didn't come to, I think she was sick for. But Kelly does show up. I will give that to her. If I'm not mistaken, she came to Pinky's event even though she didn't feel well. She came, showed her face. I think she came and bought what she was donating and she left. Yeah, you come, show face. That's how you do it. Kelly, maybe you need to talk to them girls over there at Beverly Hills and ask them why they did Dorit like that. They could have came and show face. So now when they go get in the float, Shamia float sinks. Her float is sinking. And she's like, oh my gosh, these bitches trying to kill me? I know these bitches don't like me, but they really trying to kill me. That was a little funny. It was a little funny. So also, mind you, Aiden, Phaedra's son, the only one that's being filmed. I don't know what's up with the other one, but he hasn't been filmed. And I think it's Dylan, that's his name. But yeah, Aiden comes, he's helping. She's like, Aiden always is ready for an opportunity to take his shirt off, honey. He think he's some type of Baywatch stud. So he's helping Shamia or whatever. So Miss Cynthia, she had to go. She said she got a flight to catch, so she had to go, okay? And another one, see, she came, she showed face, and she got to go. That ain't the first time she did it either. At least she showed face, all right? So now it's time to start the sound bath. So they're doing the sound bath, and everybody's laying down, and they're chanting or whatever. While they're chanting, I must say this, Shamia's body is tight. I was looking at her, she was like, when they was doing the drum, she was like, boom. I was like, damn, Shamia, her body, like, girl, I'm not into girls, but baby, I think I can get into you and that body for one night. Gerald is having fun, baby. That body is like an amusement park, all right? And he's like a kid at an amusement park with that body, all right? So, yeah. Let me get back on focus, all right? Because I was caught up. I don't know. Sometimes my eyes, her body was just, a piece of artwork, I can notice a great flawless piece of artwork, all right? She's so chocolate, beautiful skin, yes. Even though I don't like you, Shamia, you is a baddie, a chocolate baddie, okay? Yes, give me her body. So yeah, so now when they do it, Pinky had me cracking up.
This is different. I ain't never do this before. They mumbling. I'm like, what is going on? This is giving like cult a little bit. They already tried to kill Shamir. I got to keep my eyes open, okay?
It's like it's giving cult. Like I got to keep my eye open. I don't know. This is different. I ain't never did this before. I just thought that was so funny. Pinky is funny to me. All right, so they do the sound bath thing. They do the chanting. Phaedra's playing her flute. She's made a joke about Lizzo. Watch out, I'm gonna get tired now, okay? So now they finish the sound bath and it's time to go eat. So they go to sit to eat. And you know, everybody's chatting. So then that's when Kay comes up and like, hey, can I say something? And she's like, you know, I'm coming in peace. I don't want, you know, I'm reset from the last time. I'm coming in peace to talk. So they're all like, all right, so now everybody is kind of throws their defenses down now because she said she's coming in peace. She says. So now she's like, yeah, you know, the other day when I said this and that, it's because, you know, I got a phone call and somebody's telling me that there's this scheme to take me down with Phaedra, Portia, and Drew. So they're like, Portia is like, you know, I would appreciate it if you would have just told me you're not somebody I want to be friends with, because you could see I was trying to be your friend in that moment and you know, taking it somewhere else. So Kay is like, no, going off saying this and like, she's like, no, first of all, when I first told you, because Portia is saying like, well, how did I set you up? What did I do to set you up? And Kay is like, I'm not going to tell you what you got trying to scheme on me about and what you trying to expose me about. Like, you already know. So that's why I'm just like, huh? Like, why do you keep saying somebody's trying to expose you, bitch? If somebody's trying to expose you, say what they're trying to expose. What is it? You already said it. Like, this is what I don't like. Like, if you going to come, like, please don't come to me telling me somebody told me. Who the fuck is somebody? All right, mind you, if I tell somebody something that I want them to know that somebody said about them, they're gonna have my permission. Like, yeah, you can let that bitch know I told you. The bitch probably gonna know I told you anyway, because I'm gonna let her know. I'm gonna let her know what you said. Okay, that's just how I am. If I told you something, you're free to use my name. Unless I say, don't tell me I told you. Like, if it's something you're not supposed to know, but I'm telling you as a friend, and by you telling, that would expose me as being like somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something like, let's just say if I find out something that your boyfriend lied about or somebody lied about to you, and I'm putting you on, then that's a case where it's like, I might be like, don't say I said it, because that's going to cause problems for me, but I'm just telling you. But if it's something where as somebody's trying to expose you and you're my friend, yeah, this bitch is trying to expose you, and you have my every permission to tell her I'm the one that told you. Okay? Just like, if you can't tell me who's telling you who's trying to expose me, then I don't want to hear it. Like, for real, don't tell me something that you're not going to tell me the source, because at this point, then it never happened. In my opinion, you're making it up. So yeah, so Portia is just like, girl, that's funny. Like, why would what would I get out of exposing you? And Kay's like, I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you this. What threw me off about you? She was like, I'm trying to talk to you, lady. I don't know. She said, I'm trying to talk to you, lady, and have a conversation. So Portia's like, all right. So Kay is like, you know, when I first met you, one of the first things that upon meeting you was when I met you with Kelly, you telling this lady, accusing her of sleeping with a married man. She said, so that threw me for a loop and kind of closed me off a little bit. So then she said, and then I come back from Nashville and I'm telling you about what happened, and the first thing you gonna say is something about a miscarriage. So she's like, yeah, like, so now Portia is like, you know what, Kay, I see what you're doing. I'm not trying to do this. Like, you is way too sensitive. Like, you know, I'm not going to do this with you no more, whatever. Like, you know, you looking for an issue. You've been looking for an issue until you going to find something. You wanted an issue and you keep looking for one. So that's when Kay is like, no, I'm just trying to let you know. So that's when Phaedra is like, so basically it's 3 things. And Kay is like, no, that's not it. Also, black.
So obviously there is 3 things.
And black. It's 4.
Oh my gosh.
Why do you care?
Why do I care? Because you brought this to me.
How would I even know about anything about you and black?
Girl, you know, you really need to stop saying his name.
Shut up. Y'all can do what the I want.
Stop saying his name.
I'm like, girl, you gonna ask Drew why she cares so much about it when apparently you the one that keep bringing it up. So let me ask you, Kay, why do you care so much about it? We don't want to hear about it. Like Drew said, keep his name out your mouth. Stop talking about him. Why are you talking about this man for? Leave him alone. You're married. Like, talk about casting. All right? Talk about the guy who said your poom poom stinks. Stop. Like, Kay, you're starting to get on my nerves. Like, hey, seriously, I'm just getting turned off by you. And it only took half the season for you to do this. So, yeah, so now Drew was telling her, listen, girl, I only said it one time. You need to keep his name out your mouth. She's like, bitch, don't tell me what the fuck I can say. Fuck out of here. So she's getting all crazy with Drew now. Mind you, she don't have the same energy for Portia that she had for Drew. So it's clear that, Kay, you came on this show with an intention to have a problem with Drew. See, Drew is an easy target for these girls. When a new girl come on the show, they always come for Drew. They pile on because everybody says Drew is a liar. Everybody comes for Drew. So when a new girl comes, she jumps on the bandwagon and comes for Drew. The only person who didn't come for Drew, I can honestly say, was Angela. And I'm going to say Britt last season, Britt didn't really come for Drew like that. They actually met up and everything. If you could say anything, Drew came for Britt. But Britt didn't come for Drew. Everybody else who come on here coming for Drew. Kelly got this problem with Drew, this one-sided issue with Drew. Shamia is intimidated by Drew. Like, I'm just so sick of this pile up on Drew. Kay, this whole beef you got with Drew is fake and it's one-sided. Like Drew said, girl, you are imagining things that's all in your head. You are cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. So she's arguing with Drew. Drew was telling her, girl, like, you keep saying his name. And Drew said it again, like, girl, I don't know you. Drew, stop doing that. Drew, like, I don't know you. So Kay is like, and I don't know you. And Drew was like, you definitely know me because you asking all about me. You looking up my resume. Kay hit us with the best read of the episode. She was like, bitch, you don't have one. It wasn't that hard.
Hey, I'm going to ask you
to keep my name out your mouth.
I don't know you.
I don't know.
No, you know a lot about me. You want to run down my resume?
Because you ain't got one, bitch. It was easy.
Bitch.
He said, bitch, it was easy. Phaedra was like gagging, like, yes. So now Drew is like, girl, yoda your ass on out of here. Like, it's obvious you don't fit in. And here go Kay, like, still throwing, reading her. Yoda like, hee hee. Nobody Drew. That was.
Yo your ass out.
I was young all up in your
Obviously you don't fit in.
Yo, like, he. Nobody drew.
That was funny. That was the funniest part of this episode. Congratulations, K. Michelle, for giving us the best read and the funniest parts of this episode. So now they're going back and forth. Drew was telling her, like, girl, like, it's all in your mind, you're bugging. Drew was telling her, you're nasty. She's telling Drew, yeah, you're nasty or whatever. So Phaedra is like, all right, listen. So Phaedra's trying to talk, and Kay is like, can I finish what I was saying now? And here go Phaedra, like, all right, Kimberly, finish what you were saying. Phaedra is acting like she's scared of Kimberly. You got her taking control of your whole event. So she's like, yeah. Then I come back from Dallas and I get a phone call from my ex telling me how he messing with Portia and all this and that, and you messing with my ex and you not telling me, like, what kind of chick is you and this and that. So Portia is like, what? So she's like, you know who I'm talking about? Portia's like, yeah, I know who you talking about. And Portia's like, but I wasn't messing with him at the same time as you was messing with him. It was 2 different times. And Kay is like, well, you still don't think this is something you should have mentioned to me? You shouldn't have told me that you messing with my ex or whatever. Portia was like, I didn't feel like it was necessary. Like, you didn't mess with him and we didn't mess with him at the same time. And I didn't know you at the time I was messing with him to tell you that. And Kay is like, yeah, but you asking him about me. And they're like, you know, what's the problem? They're asking her, like, what's the problem? I don't see nothing bad in that or whatever. So she's like, yeah, but you asking him about me, showing him when you call, I'm calling you. Don't be bringing up me. Like, why you bringing me up to him? And Portia's like, because you my friend. And I, you know, that's that or whatever. So I'm confused too now because Portia was saying that she didn't know her when she was messing with him. But then now you're saying you were bringing up Kay to him. Or maybe this was recently. I guess it was recently. I guess Portia had a conversation with him. And she was like, I was talking to a friend about a mutual friend, pretty much. So Kay don't like that. She feel like it's something there. And mind you, earlier when she was saying that Portia is scheming on her and exposing her, and Portia was like, why would I try to expose you? And she was like, because you have an exposing spirit or something like that. And here go Kelly. That's the part. Kelly, shut up. Kelly wouldn't have a problem with Portia. Well, then again, you know what? I'm not going to say Kelly shut up because this is what she brought Kelly into it when she brought up Portia calling Kelly out. So Kelly was basically singing, like, co-signing her, like, yeah, she did it to me, pretty much. So, all right, Kelly, I'm sorry. I just don't like you, and I want you to shut up sometimes. Like, what you did at the end was unnecessary, but it was cute. So now, Portia is just like, you know what, Kay? At this point, like, I get it. You know what? You don't got to worry about me no more. I'm not going to say nothing. Kay is like, keep my name out your mouth. Portia was like, don't worry. You don't have to worry about my name coming out your mouth because I won't talk about you too. You have no communication with you at all. I'm good on you pretty much. So in her confessional, Portia is like, you know what? I don't even want to be your friend no more. Sit it back.
I don't even want to be your friend no more. Can I get a refund? Send it back.
Because really, it's like, girl, like, you and him, I wasn't messing with him at the same time as you. You're not messing with him no more. You a whole married woman now. And he's telling you I said nothing but good things about you. So what the fuck is the issue? Like, girl, bye. Like, I don't want to be your friend no more. Kay seemed like she is hard to be friends with. She's always having fallouts with her friends. So yeah, I wouldn't want to be a bitch friend like that either. So they both agree that, yeah, they good on each other. So Phaedra is like, so I guess one thing we can all agree on, and before she could finish, Kelly finishes her sentence, like, is that Portia done slept with every Nigerian in Atlanta.
I think what we have established here is that Portia is every Nigerian in Atlanta.
You better get that goddamn drink on my face. Play with me. You don't sit there. Bitch, I ain't the one either, hoe. You gonna learn.
You don't put no drink up in my face. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Kelly, for throwing the best shade this episode. It was unnecessary because, girl, you was about to catch them hands because why did she do that? Portia was like, bitch, and you fucked everybody, bitch. You fucked everybody. Because, mind you, Kelly's sitting right next to her. So Kelly got her wine glass in her hand, and she's like, play with it. Play with it. Keep it on her glass, and Portia's face, reminiscent of how Kenya was putting the fan in her face, the blowhorn, remember? You see where they got Kenya dragged. So at this point, Portia jumps up like, you better get that motherfucking glass out my face. So they separate them now. Everybody separates them. Kelly is like, don't play with me, bitch. I don't play no games either, bitch, and you're about to find out. Portia's like, bitch, don't put no bitch that close to me or whatever. Don't play with me. So Portia's like, bitch, you know you fucked that married preacher, bitch. You fucked that married meacher. Something about the airport. He works for the airline. It's something, he's not a stewardess. Something happened on the airplane. He's a preacher. She says, Phaedra, and you know what I'm talking about. Phaedra's like, yeah, I know.
She married preacher, she mad at me. She that married man on that plane. And you know exactly what it is.
I know.
You know that he's your goddamn plane. He's not a stewardess. Now I ain't trying to out nobody's family, but don't send no bitch. That's close to me.
So that's how the episode ends. Now I'm gonna say this. Portia, when you first came up with this whole story about Kelly sleeping with a married man, I did not believe it based on your details that you was coming with. It just seemed real shaky. The story didn't make any sense on how you knew this. It just was given you made this up to come back at her for coming at you last season for sleeping with a married man. I didn't believe it. But now, like, you were incredible. Your word was incredible to me. But now that the person you have to co-sign you and to vouch for you is Phaedra Parks, I definitely don't believe this story now. Baby, if it's coming from Frick and Frack, sorry, I don't believe it. Now I'm convinced it's a lie. Yes, it's a lie. I'm so sorry. Portia, don't fall into the same trap you did season 9. Don't let this be a repeat of the dungeon. Do not have Phaedra having you starting rumors about somebody that's not true. Stop it while you're ahead, because, girl, this is... once Phaedra said, yeah, I know, I was like, girl, yeah. Now, these are two of the least credible people on this motherfucking show, okay? But yeah, y'all, it was a good episode. What do y'all think about the episode? I'm going to give this episode, I'm going to give it a B. I'm going to give it a B. Kay, you are blowing minds. Although you're blowing minds, you made yourself the MVP of the episode because you made it all about you once again. Kay, you're bringing a lot of trouble. This is not Love and Hip Hop, honey. These is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? Not Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I get it. You went through what you went through, but not for nothing. Them girls ran you off the show. Don't get me wrong. You was definitely a rebel. You ain't go out without a fight. But they definitely bullied you and ran you off that show. Then you went over there to Hollywood and didn't come to the reunion because you was scared of Tiara Marie, because when she heard, quote, Winner, what you was saying about her behind her back, she said you better have that same energy at the reunion, so you came to the reunion via Skype, okay? And you cleared that up real quick and you ain't want no problems with her. Also, Kay, I never saw your season of Marriage Boot Camp. I never knew you was on there at the same time as Lyrica and A1. And I saw the clips because they resurfaced it. And baby, you did not have that. I'm going to say you did actually. You did have that same energy for Lyrica. The energy that Kay has for Drew is given, I'm picking a weak, easy target, so I'm going to be a bully. But you didn't have that same energy for Portia. You did have that energy for Lyrica until she ran up on you. It was about to rock your shit. She was like, bitch, I will fuck you up. And you was like, that's what you want to do. And she was like, yeah. And when she ran up on you, you was like, no, no, no. And tried to run, girl. Caston had to save your life. You was scared for your life, honey. She was going to wear you out. And you got real triggered when she was like, with your lumpy ass, you did not like that, okay? You was real mad. Okay, I see what you do. You know who to play with. You know who to fold with, okay? Because, baby, even on Love and Hip Hop, when you threw the candle at Rashida, and she was like, all right. And she was like, I'm going to leave. And she was acting like she was going to leave, but she ran back to try to run up on you. Yeah, girl. Rashida was going to drag you, too. Girls like Kay, I know her type. And she is one of these people that, don't get me wrong, if your mouth is... you should be able to talk a good one without throwing hands, but you can't lead someone to want to throw hands and then you don't have the hands to throw back and then you want to play the victim. So yeah, she know Portia don't play no kind of game. She know Portia will put hands on her, so she not going to come at Portia the same way she going to come at Drew. So yeah, Kay, you lost me, honey. You lost me totally. All right, guys. Anyway, guys, let me know if you have a comment. Leave a comment. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the notification bell because I'm going to be dropping my recap for Real Housewives of Rhode Island either later on today or tomorrow. So if you hit the notification bell, you'll know when that drops. Last video, YouTube hit me with a copyright. It wasn't a copyright strike that affected my channel, but I guess it was a copyright claim. So I had to remove all of the content from the show or from my review. And I was like, y'all messing up my thing now. Come on, NBC Universal. Don't be like that. Little clips, I'm promoting your show. All right, they probably like, bitch, you don't got enough followers. We don't need your promotions. Anyway, guys, today is Wednesday, May the 27th. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Happy hump day. Bye.